Viewers, less than 48 hours ahead of the first ballot being cast in the first phase of elections, and there is already perhaps a big question mark now over whether the Congress party is playing fair. The Income Tax Department, viewers, has seized a log. Yes, viewers, those are the pictures that you can see on your screens of the log that has been seized by the Income Tax Department. What does this log tell us? Whose log is it? This log belongs to a very close aide of Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath. The log is maintained by the chief accountant of Kamal Nath's aide. This man has meticulously noted down money that has been collected from various, and this is the really scandalous part, from various government departments, not to mention companies and individuals. So much so that they've even looted, according to the IT department, these are not my words, these are the IT department's words, looted a scheme meant for malnourished children as well as pregnant mothers. Very, very important, viewers, that you understand what is going on here according to the Income Tax Department. The Income Tax Department is saying that the 281 crore unaccounted cash that was recovered, and we've shown you pictures, and we're going to put those pictures to the left of your screens, viewers. That money was appropriated from various tax-funded government schemes, departments, private companies, and then funneled into the Delhi AICC, All India Congress Committee. So you can see there is a blinking reference to checks PCC, Pradesh Congress Committee, cash PCC, Delhi AICC, and there is an entire list of numbers. Those numbers quantify the cash in lakhs. And you will also see payouts according to the Income Tax Department made via election bonds into the AICC. Now the IT department believes that this is money that was appropriated from government departments, from individuals, companies, to fund the election war chest of the Congress party. This is an explosive turn to the controversy of the cash seizure in Madhya Pradesh. Till today, viewers, till about an hour back, the Congress party has been claiming that the Income Tax Department was on a fishing expedition to muddy the waters, to influence voters, to embarrass and entrench Congress leaders in fictitious corruption allegations. So the Income Tax Department has decided to make public what it claims is an account of misappropriated cash, which is making its way into Congress coffers. Now, Times Now has accessed this 281 crore cash log seized by the IT sleuths after raids on whom? On Kamal Nath's closest aides. And this particular log has been recovered from the chief accountant of one of Kamal Nath's aides, Suresh Miglani. That's the claim that the IT department is making. IT tax sleuths claim that this is 100% proof of extortion and payoff to the Congress party. And the IT sleuths are brandishing the log of what they call as extorted funds and trail of payoffs as evidence, they claim, admissible in court, according to them, linking unaccounted cash to the Congress party in pre-election season. So here you have a situation, viewers, where the Congress party comes out and accuses the government, and the Prime Minister in election rally after election rally today said, I want to ask only one basic question. Who is the asli chor? So the Prime Minister now using this information to ask questions on the back of these damning allegations of the Congress party. Remember, the Congress has been continuing with a sustained campaign suggesting that the chowkidar is a chor. Now these logs that have been purportedly recovered, allegedly recovered from the closest aide of Kamal Nath's lead accountant, showing that schemes meant for children's ahar, food, nourishment, were looted. The Congress will have some explaining to do. We will play out reactions as we go along from the Congress party, but I want to quickly bring in Nikunj Garg for more on this. Nikunj, these are documents that on the face of it are explosive, but the Supreme Court earlier had said that diary entries were not admissible in court. So how does this become bona fide evidence against the Congress? Explain.
Well, Rahul, this is more than diary entry. This is mobile data records. This has been recovered from the RAM of the mobile phones of the chief accountant of Mr. Kamal Nath's aide, Mr. Miglani. This gentleman's name is Lalit Kumar. And the Income Tax Department is further in the process of forensic analysis of the recovered electronic gadgetry, and therefore this is a little more, I would say, a step ahead of the diary entries physically made in some note sheet or notebooks. Also, Rahul, the Income Tax Department clearly believes that they have more to match these incriminating documentary evidence that they have retrieved with the physical transaction. Remember, we are not only talking right now of the documents recovered. We are talking on the strength of a cash pile, of a cash stash of over 10 crore rupees. So physical cash has been recovered, strengthening the department's case. More importantly, if they are able to zero in on this 20 crore rupees of purchase of electoral bonds that are mentioned, then the case is sealed. I mean, if in this particular period, Congress AICC has actually indeed been credited with 20 crore rupees of electoral bonds, then the department's case becomes near watertight. And, additional oral evidence, additional documentary proof, and the interrogation of the individuals involved in this will obviously yield further incriminating material to the department, which obviously can be challenged in a court of law. I am not saying that this is foolproof, fail-proof evidence, but this is certainly a beginning from a point where you have recovered a very substantial haul of illegitimate cash which cannot be explained by the individual concerned. Cash can be recovered from various places, but that has to be explained. So far, there is no clear-cut explanation of this cash that has been recovered, and on the alongside the cash, this kind of material retrieved from the electronic gadgetry, plus the documentary evidence that the Income Tax Department is believes it can stitch up, adds up to quite incriminating material. And crucially enough, the oral testimonials of the individuals involved in gathering of this stash of cash and physical recovery from the places that they have so far indicated is much more than what has been put out in public domain. So two very crucial points answered on the strength of these documents. The claim of 281 crore, which quickly became contentious in the political circles because Mr. Kailash Vijayvargiya spoke before the IT department, and also the link to the Congress party's political headquarters as to how it could be done.
Just hold your thoughts on this story as we dive deeper. More dirt now surfacing. This is the second big twist in the 281 crore cash log expose, viewers. Cash transactions were updated as late as 27th March of this year. So we are not even talking about more than a week ago. A little over a week ago, in fact. The second big twist in the 281 crore cash log expose. The last transaction, Nizam Bhai, if you just press the control button there, we can read the information as it's coming in. Cash transactions updated on 27/3/2019. The brief prepared by accountant for Kamal Nath aide shows this very clearly. The receipts distributed under 14 separate heads. One of those receipts is Delhi AICC. MLAs and candidates have also been paid. And as Nikunj Garg has told us, that if you can link the 20 crores to the election bonds that the Congress bought using allegedly extorted funds, it could mean serious problems for the Congress party. Stay on with us, Nikunj. I just want to very quickly take this forward. There is, of course, a massive war of words that is broken out. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been attacking the Congress all day today, saying that you call me a chore. You say that the nation's Chowkidar is a chore, but I'm asking on the back of this cash recovery, what does that make you? Listen to this.
अरे कांग्रेस में भ्रष्टाचार ही शिष्टाचार है। आपने देखा होगा कल परसों कैसे कांग्रेस के करीबियों के, कांग्रेस के दरबारियों के घर से बक्सों में नोटें निकली है। नोटें देखा कि नहीं देखा? नोट से वोट खरीदने का ये पाप इनकी राजनीतिक संस्कृति रही है। अब बताइए भैया, वो पिछले 6 महीने से बोल रहे हैं चौकीदार चोर है, बोल रहे कि नहीं बोल रहे? लेकिन नोटें कहां से निकलती है? नोटों के बंडल कहां से निकल रहे हैं? असली चोर कौन है? असली चोर कौन है? असली चोर कौन है?
Well, the Congress has hit back, specifically Kamal Nath and Ahmed Patel. Ahmed Patel, who was also drawn into this entire controversy yesterday because he happened to be at the residence of an individual who was allegedly being raided. Listen to them.
राजनीतिक दृष्टि से जो दबाव डालने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है, इसमें कोई सफल होने वाला नहीं है।
सर आईटी रेट पर तमाम सवाल, सर आईटी रेट पे क्या पूछे जा रहे हैं?
मैं गया था, मेरा अगर एक स्टाफ पूरा दिन नहीं आए, उनके घर वाले अगर चिंता करें, इनकम टैक्स वाले उठा के ले जाएं अपने ऑफिस में, तो हमें भी तो चिंता होगी। और सिर्फ एक ही स्टाफ का नहीं है, जो सब भी हमारा कोई भी स्टाफ है, हमेशा मैं पूछता हूँ उनके अच्छे दिन बुरे दिन, हमेशा मैं जाता हूँ उनके वहाँ, चाहे किसी के वहाँ शादी हो, चाहे किसी के वहाँ गलत प्रश्न हो, हमेशा हम जाते रहते हैं।
Well, let me just very quickly open this out. There are more details coming in as we speak of some declarations that have been made by Kamal Nath's son. I'll come to that in just a few moments, but I just want to open this out very quickly and I want to bring you in Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, it all looks so conveniently timed, isn't it? Suddenly you have the log coming out. We don't even have 48 hours to go before the first phase. Then you have the Prime Minister suddenly raising this entire issue. The raids happen on Sunday. Many people are questioning the timing. You would have known that there was money. You would have known as early, perhaps, as a month back, that there was money that was being diverted from welfare schemes into Congress coffers. So why act today?
You know, I do not want to give too much time to that question, and let me just simplify it for you. Look at the other aspect of it.
No, but is my question wrong? Is
no,
it
it's not.
illogical?
But that's not the point of worry. That's not the point of concern for the common man when Congress is directly somewhere impacting and polluting the elections. That I think is a far bigger point. But I will still answer your question, and your reply would be that every time there is a raid, there is an act of corruption by the Gandhi Parivar or the Congress, they cry it's an act of political vendetta. But Rahul, there is not even one instance where the court has interfered and they've quashed the charges on the Gandhi Parivar or the Congress party. Everything that is being done under the superintendence of the Election Commission of India right now. So there is an added check right now. But let me come to the main point. It is clear that Chowkidar desh ka chaukanna hai. And Congress has become synonymous to chori and corruption. And the questions that I want to ask is that how is it that, you know, a private secretary of the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh has unaccounted cash to the tune of 10 crores? The question I would like to ask is, what was Ahmed Patel doing there, trying to give him a protective shield so that the IT department cannot do its job? Courts in the country are not there. They could have moved the court. My question would be, why are they trying to buy votes when they've lost all credibility by distributing money, liquor which has been seized from these raids? And I must point out, that is why they have an aversion for demonetization. That is why they were against when 3 lakh shell companies were detected and removed and scrapped, because these shell companies actually become a tool in their hands to divert cash from one place to the other. And Congress headquarters is the place where this unaccounted cash
Okay,
was
let me
also
bring in-
sent. So
let me-
these are the questions.
Okay.
This is what the viewers want to know,
Okay.
not the timing of the raid, because I think Income Tax Department, ED, CBI no longer are caged parrots. They are all functioning well under the superintendence of Election Commission. of
Okay,
India.
Ashutosh, how do you respond to Gaurav Bhatia, who says don't question the timing? This is work in progress. He says that the most important thing is that we must focus our attention on why the Congress is diverting funds that are meant for malnourished children, pregnant mothers to fund its election. Dirty money to fund its election. How do you respond to that charge?
See, I completely agree with the Gaurav Bhatia on the issue of the timing. The point is, if the amount of this proportion is caught somewhere, and this is unaccounted money up to 81 crores, obviously who's going to defend it? Nobody should defend it, and everybody who has been related to this money has to be brought to the justice. That is the point number one. The point number two, which is very important, is it related to the BJP or is it a selective thing? Like Kailash Vijayvargiya, 11 hours before the CBDT announces the exact amount, the 281 crores, Kailash Vijayvargiya has tweeted and he knew about it. So is there any link between it? Between this, the point number three, which is more important, is, and that is the point which I think everybody should discuss. The point is that the use of CRPF and the relationship between the center and the state is getting very, very tenuous. The same CRPF is used in Calcutta, the same CRPF was used in Karnataka at the DK Shivkumar's place, the same CRPF is used, and in all these states, if there is no harmony between center and the state, the CRPF is used and the state feels that they have been bulldozed by some other means, this has a far-reaching consequences. This is the far-reaching consequences, and this has to be discussed and debated. On the issue of accounted money, timing is irrelevant for me. Whether it is related with the Congress party
Very
or the BJP,
important.
I have no issues on that, and
Okay,
this should not be
Ashutosh
debated
is
at all.
no friend of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is in fact more often than not taken positions against the party, but even he says today, let's not get bogged down by the timing question. Let's ask the more relevant question. What is money in these quantities? And let's pull back those logs. Nizam Bhai, just fire those. I want to actually look at those, and I want viewers to actually read those logs in detail. There you can see Delhi Prakash, 59 crores. If you look at the other entries that have been made, there you see Delhi AICC. There you see, these are all entries in lakhs. 20 crores for election bond AICC, check AICC. Again there, 20 crores MLAs. You can see those numbers. Huge amount of money pumped in. Now this is a big amount of money, viewers, that we are talking about, all amounting to about 281 crores, according to the IT department. Now I want to ask a very simple question of Mr. Desai. Mr. Desai, is the Congress today lining its own pockets, its party kitty, to fight elections by depriving children, pregnant mothers, and most importantly, the taxpayer? Simple, straightforward question, sir. Cash recovered in this quantity, and we can show you those pictures. Where did this cash come from? Let's play those pictures
Rahul,
out.
I really admire your journalistic tenacity in looking into these transfers, which are allegedly criminal transfers. But in the interest of journalistic fairness, I would also like to bring to your attention a story that I'm looking at. This is of a research and analysis wing officer called Rahul Rathrekar, who has said that 3 lakh crore rupees of notes were printed outside of India, brought back on Air Force planes to Hindon Air Base, and delivered to Mr. Amit Shah and various other people. This is a story that's out today. I wish you would talk about that for a minute. I'm sure your viewers would like to hear that, because this is related to demonetization. You
One second. Let him
more,
speak,
so you
please.
print it
Gentlemen,
outside,
let
you
him
bring
speak.
it back, and it ends up in the coffers. In completely different coffers. It doesn't go anywhere to the reserve bank, and there are huge
we can't say
details
that.
available.
We can't say that. That has to be
A
proven.
journalist of your persistence and
that has to be
tenacity
proven.
ought to be able to uncover
Look,
it
one
in
second.
seconds. In
Let him
seconds,
speak,
you
let
should
him
be able to uncover it.
Okay,
You
let
should
me-
be able to uncover it in seconds.
Okay, sir,
You're
let
such
me-
a bright investigative team.
Okay.
Go after this. Go
Let
after
me,
this.
let
Find out
me,
what's
we
going
did,
on.
we
I'm
did,
just pointing
if you
out
allow
to you
me,
a story that
we
has
did,
come
we did,
across
but
my
I'm not
screen.
going to allow you to change the subject. I will though answer your question very quickly. Rahul S.
No, but you were told.
Let me finish,
were
sir.
you
Let me
told by
tell you
somebody
something.
Not to pursue the story.
Will you
Because
allow me-
Kapil Sibal said this.
Will you allow
at
me
an
to speak,
interview
sir?
at a press conference in the Congress, which I saw. Let me finish. Let me finish. Because Kapil Sibal actually said that they will never be allowed to show this. No journalistic channel will be allowed to show this, and they'll find some reason or the other not to investigate
Okay.
it. I
So
think you should
first of all, you're
investigate it in
wrong
the interest
because
of the
Times
nation.
Now was
Because
the
while
only
what
channel.
if the
Excuse
Congress
me,
has
sir,
done this,
Mr.
it should be
Desai.
investigated.
Now
I
allow
think
me.
this
Please
is
stop.
3 lakh crore rupees.
Why do you want me
3
to
lakh
speak
crore.
over you and reduce this to a shouting match? Then you complain that you don't get 2 words edgeways. You've got a lot of time.
I'm telling you.
Let me tell you. Times Now is the only channel that actually reported this story in great depth. We covered the press conference from A to Z. We even took questions of Mr. Sibal on air. You can go and check. If you're not watching, sir, not my problem. Number 2, we then investigated and found out that Rahul S. Rathrekar had been a constable, level employee of the Cabinet Secretariat, and he was dismissed in June 2017 after about 5 years of service on suspicion of his role in exchange of old currency notes post demonetization. So he was dismissed 2 years ago, sir. Now, a man who's been dismissed 2 years ago could, out of a sense of spite today, be waxing eloquent about Amit Shah. It's a plausible, very plausible theory. So, I think you guys need to
Yes,
do
it
your
is.
homework.
Yes, it is plausible.
No, one
And
second.
It is also therefore
Recording
plausible.
an individual sacked
And
2
no,
years
as
later,
a-
maybe
it is
even
also
disgruntled.
plausible, therefore,
Sorry,
it is also
disgruntled
plausible
individual
that-
2 years
therefore,
later
what
making
Ahmed Patel
charges.
says-
If he was so,
No.
if he was so, one second. If he was so material to your investigations into scams in Demo, why didn't you get him the day he was dismissed? And can you explain why he was dismissed by the government?
No.
Why didn't he challenge it?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
that.
don't
I'm
know
just
because
pointing
you
out
don't
the
want
story
to
that
know,
came
sir.
to me.
Now,
You are
I can
partisan,
also-
you are
see,
selective,
I can
you are
use your
partisan.
own
For you,
logic.
sir,
I
you can
use
sit
your
every
own
night and
logic
abuse
to
channels,
show
anchors,
that
etc.
because the
He was
BJP
sacked, he
is
could have
running
gone to
scared
the
that they may
CAT,
also-
he could
they
have
may
gone
also
to,
indulge in
he could have
some
gone to the
mudslinging.
courts, he
Look,
could have sought
everybody can
justice
indulge
for
in
himself.
mudslinging,
Now hang
depending
on.
on the level of
You've got your
insecurity.
facts wrong here. This is the individual we are talking about, sacked 2.5 years ago.
No, I have
So
not.
nonetheless, I'm not getting into this. We did, sir. If you want to produce some other evidence that will strengthen your argument on Rahul Rathrekar, please go ahead. But don't bandy
just
about
saying,
facts,
I
sir,
saw the
which
press
are half-baked. Now, 1 minute. That still leaves us with the question, and I want to bring in Suman C. Raman. Suman C. Raman.
Mr. Kapil Sibal.
Okay, relax, calm down. He's not God. Relax, calm down. They're all fallible, sir. All politicians are fallible. All of them, most of them are made of clay.
Modi or Amit Shah.
No, 1 second. Have feet of clay, and we've seen them
very unfair,
crumbling.
you know.
Well, 1 minute. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. It's okay. It's okay. Don't fall for the bait, gentlemen. Don't fall for the bait tonight. Don't fall for the bait tonight. I want to bring in Suman C. Raman. Suman C. Raman, can you deny that cash existed in the premises of an individual who happens to be an aide, an OSD to the chief minister? The money is there. Now comes material. Now comes material seized from the phone. From the phone, easily verifiable. There will be a digital footprint. It's all there. It comes out of a phone and it shows this. This is not some, scrap of paper recovered from some trash can.
Rahul.
This has come out of a phone. Now you tell me, sir, why should we not believe
I would-
this to be material?
I would be very happy. I would be very happy if the income tax department goes to the bottom of this and finds out what is going on and whose money it is, and strictest action has to be taken, whether it is Congress or somebody else. The point is, you are not you're highlighting this particular seizure and a series of diary entries, which is the equivalent of what is found on the phone, is the same as what is found in a diary. So that necessarily has to be proven and corroborated, and beyond that, unless the investigation is done, you cannot say anything. Now 1.8 crore was seized in the convoy of the Arunachal Chief Minister, and it was alleged that that money was meant for distribution. Strangely, That does not seem to have caught your attention in a very significant way. We have to understand all political parties are playing this game. Money is being distributed left, right and center, and I don't think there is a question of pot calling
Well,
the
sir,
kettle
I
black.
don't know.
It is
Maybe you are
happening
not
across
watching the
country.
primetime
In
debates
the
here
southern
on
states,
Times
it is
Now, but when you
rampant.
use the
For
word
instance, in the
significant
Karnataka
way,
election,
please,
assembly election,
please, sir, go
both
check your
Congress
facts.
and
Times
BJP
Now,
workers were caught
Times Now did a
distributing
primetime debate on the money found in the convoy of Pemba Kandu. So let me first tell you that, to divest you of your
no, sir,
blinkered
whose money was
perspective.
that?
Number one.
Whose
Number
money
two.
was that?
Number two. Number
No,
two.
has Nikunj
An
Jain
FIR was
followed up?
filed soon after
Has
our
Nikunj Jain
reportage.
followed up on whose
An
money it
FIR was
and what
filed
was the
soon
purpose
after
of
our
that money?
reportage. So I would very, very sincerely request you, sir, to speak on facts. Now, nonetheless, let me raise this issue with the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson on the show. Selective action. Your chief minister found with money allegedly in his car, FIR registered. This is going around. There is money. It's used in elections. What's the distinction?
Rahul, I have been hearing, see, 2 or 3 panelists have tried to dig out something that is alleged to the BJP to justify what is happening in the Congress. I think in public life, that cannot be an answer. And the incident that you are talking about, I'm speaking with full responsibility. During elections, the administration, police, investigating agencies are all under the superintendence of the Election Commission of India and the State Election Commission. Any incident that happens, they are looking into it. The point here is that 4 months of government in Madhya Pradesh, people of Madhya Pradesh would be regretting that they have voted such a corrupt government, that 281 crore of
Sir,
unaccounted
many
cash
times,
and
many
money has
times.
been found
Let
in
me
these
ask,
raids.
Mr. Raja
So,
Gopalan. Let me
that
ask
is
Mr.
a
Raja
serious
Gopalan.
cause of
Okay, fair enough.
concern
Let me
which
ask Mr. Raja
nobody is
Gopalan.
wanting to
Look,
debate
we have seen a
because
lot of
of
recoveries
one point,
from a
Rahul.
lot of
With the
alleged
Congress
criminals
party.
linked to the Congress party, but in the end, either a case is not filed, a charge sheet is not filed, or the matter just hangs in the political sort of ether. So explain, sir. Look at Robert Vadra's case. Now you suddenly found a villain.
Cases like that,
Now you
Rahul.
found a villain in Kamal Nath. So what is going on?
Now, first of all,
Are these
congratulations.
convenient
Giving
exposes?
it
Nahi.
much of importance just
Rahul,
because
Rahul,
people are involved
let me
here
raise my voice.
who are mighty, influential people but are very, very corrupt and dishonest. The timing is not important. The court would quash the charge if it would not stand on the basis of the evidence collected.
Rahul, congratulations to your team. You have dug out a very important thing. Mr. Kamal Nath should explain. He cannot run away from this.
Absolutely.
Apart from this, after Kamal Nath's raid, did you see a tweet from P. Chidambaram? He says, you come to my house, take money from my house. Why congressmen are so scared? Number 2, for the first time, Congress has been saying if Balakot or surgical strike happen, it belongs to army. But today, the income tax rate comes, but they complain to Narendra Modi. You must give credence to income tax. Second thing, first time Mr. Narendra Modi gave freedom to Election Commission and brought a CBDT chairperson, Mr. Sushil Chandra.
Okay, I've
It
got
is
some
he who is
information,
getting it
viewers.
out, and
Not that-
thanks to income tax department,
Not
every
that-
truth is coming out and Congress has been exposed. Mr.
Well-
Rahul Gandhi has to snub his nose.
Well, 1 minute. There is information coming in here that an affidavit has been filed by Kamal Nath's son, and that affidavit itself is showing that Nakul Nath, Kamal Nath's son, is worth over 660 crores.
What does
Now,
he
I'm
do?
not. No, please. I'm not
I'm just
not
asking
alleging.
you.
This is a declaration he has made. This is for the EC and all of you guys to figure out. I mean,
You are a journalist, maybe you are more aware. What does
well, he
do?
owns movable and immovable assets worth
Amit Shah
over
said they
rupees
went to
660
court. For
crores.
Kamal Nath, they should also go to
The
court.
figure- one
Why
second.
they are keeping
The
quiet?
figure
Kamal Nath
amidst-
should come out. Congress should do it.
One second.
Mr.
The figure mentioned
Rajiv
in his
Desai should
affidavit
answer
filed
this.
along with
How
nomination
can we get
papers over 5 times
660
the
crores
no.
looting the public money.
Okay, we don't know, sir. Please, he's made a declaration. He must have paid his taxes. He might have made this money
But that's
pursuing.
substantiated, Rahul.
No, let's not.
Rahul,
Look, the fact
substantiated
is,
with income tax. You can claim in the affidavit.
4
but
times,
that
yes,
should be
please.
Corroborated.
Yes.
Let there be a corroboration.
no,
Let
I
the
want to
income
ask
tax
you.
say that.
I want to ask you, Shadat Poonawala. Look, I'm not trying to here today at any level draw any linkages between stash and people's net worth. I'm only saying that the Kamal Nath, who is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, his assets are 124 crores, his son is 660 crores. Now, this is a lot of money.
How old is
and I'm sure I don't know, so he must be in his 40s.
May I-
I'm not quite sure.
may I also have an
I'm only going by what his declaration to the Election Commission is. Not that it's in any way related to this, but I was just wanting to bring it into the conversation because it's big money and there are declarations. So it's not as if the Naths are very poor individuals. They might be running a business and they could have money to the extent that was found to use for their purposes.
So
it could
so
be possible.
we cannot, sir, please
Maybe
now
their
can I please
companies-
have a word?
maybe their
Sir,
companies-
Mr. Raj Gopalan, can I please also speak? I have also been waiting for 25 minutes. Please, sir. So, first of all, we can't draw a narrative just from an election affidavit that somebody is corrupt or not. Because
I'm not drawing that
exactly,
narrative.
I'm
I
not
made
telling
that
you. I'm
caveat.
saying that somebody is getting over enthusiastic. If there is any information, not that I have any sympathies for the Naths, but he would not be stupid enough if
I'm
it was
only
not
saying that
declared
281 crore could
Exactly.
belong to.
Now,
I'm not saying that
let
it's
me
even
at least
linked to
have
the
a-
Kamal Nath family. I'm only saying that it could belong to
Let me just
legitimate
complete-
business.
Yeah, so let me just complete what I'm trying to say. You have raised two aspects. One is about the 281 crores, one is about the affidavit. The affidavit, we cannot right now say one is corrupt or not corrupt, and nobody would be stupid enough to do corruption and then put it on an election affidavit. So they are industrialists, they own a lot of airplanes, they own a charter service, we all know all of this. But that is apart. What is interesting about this 281 crores, and journalists like Ashutosh have missed it, is something very troubling. That where is this money coming from? It is coming from 8 public welfare departments or schemes meant for children, poor children, to feed them. Now, if money is being siphoned off from there and is being used to fund the Congress campaign, is this the idea of Nyaya that Rahul Gandhi is preaching? And is this going to be the Nyaya model going forward? And I think Rahul, Nikunj will tell you more, that there should be not only an investigation under PMLA, there should be an investigation under Prevention of Corruption Act. Because obviously there is corruption that is siphoning off this money and going to feed the Congress coffers. And if there is a name of Congress party office, I am
Mr.
waiting
Desai.
when is the income tax authority reaching to the Congress office. When is the income tax authority going to reach the 15 Gurudwara Rakabganj office where I have been told money
that's
is
a big
kept?
question. That's
Where
an
is money
important
kept?
question because time and again, a lot of documents are assembled, but they don't end in anything, and then the election is over and the matter is buried. And I want to bring you in, Mr. Bhatia.
Rahul.
See, Rahul, I'll just take the
Rahul,
point
one
forward
quick
where
point.
Shehzad has
The
left.
Arunachal Pradesh
Kamal
Chief
Nath,
Minister has declared
Can I-
163 crore.
can I?
Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister has declared 163
See,
crore.
that is
Mr.
why,
Bhatia can
that
explain
is
that.
why, in all fairness, unless we have looked at the affidavit and there is a quid pro quo angle, there is an act of corruption, I'll not like to
Yeah.
comment on it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fine.
we have to be
That's
fair.
fine.
You
exactly.
revealed.
I'm also-
It is. You know,
I'm not revealed. This is their revelation.
No, I'm saying
this
it
is what they've
yes,
released. It's
you
all
brought it-
available. We
you
just put
brought
it out
to
because
our
it has
attention.
happened
It
right
is
now.
intriguing.
We've got
But I
information
will
right
like
now. I
to
don't know if it's
I'd
intriguing
like
or not.
to stick to the story that we are
Okay,
discussing.
let's
and
show
this
those
is-
pictures
You know
of the
what
logs
Shehzad
of the
said.
entries.
I'll add a point or two into it.
Yeah.
Kamal Nath is a public servant. Okay. Second, there are diary entries which clearly show that there are government schemes. There is all likelihood that funds have been siphoned and there is a quid pro quo angle. This makes it an offense under the Prevention of Corruption Act, and this needs to be looked into. And what makes it more serious is that these are not merely diaries, because you started the program by saying that just diaries are not pieces of evidence. Rahul, diaries also can be evidence if they are corroborated by mobile phone entries, by other pieces of documents. And I have the CBDT circular press release which says clearly unaccounted. This word is very important. Unaccounted cash of 14.6 crores, and there are unaccounted transactions of rupees 230 crores. What does this reveal? That these people, when this cash was found, were given an opportunity to account for the money, and somewhere prima facie they have failed to account for it. Therefore, it's a very serious thing that during elections you are polluting the environment. You are trying to buy votes, which I said earlier also, and this all should be, you know,
Okay, let me one second. Let me bring it.
punished by the Election Commission of India and the court of the country.
Today, Election Commission summoned Revenue Secretary and also Chairman CBDT to inquire on this. Therefore, they are playing a fair play.
Suman
And second
Sriraman.
thing, Mr. Kamal Nath should come clean on this.
Suman
about his
Sriraman.
son's affidavit also.
Suman Sriraman.
Rahul, in all fairness, huge sums of money are being declared by various candidates. It is only fair that the source of those funds be made known. If they are transparent, then it's fine, because it's very unlikely that they are declaring in their election affidavit funds which have not been disclosed to the
Rahul
income tax
Gandhi has
department
done
or
it.
slush funds.
Let's start
So
from
the
him
fact
only.
that people need to be aware that politics seems to be simply the single most lucrative profession in this country to take,
For the
irrespective of which
looters, like
party
Gandhi
you
Parivar.
belong to. You always end up with assets of hundreds of crores in a matter of
Okay.
a few years in politics, with a very few notable exceptions. So it seems to be a great place to be in.
Sumant Raman
Okay,
says even
Suman
our
C. Raman,
Tamil Nadu
let me
Congress
just
candidates
ask
should
you very,
also
very.
files affidavit should be examined.
Okay, okay,
Everyone,
one second.
everyone.
Let's move on.
Including Kartik Chidambaram, even for
Why-
that
why
matter,
can't
every
you
tall
examine
person.
Arunachal
Okay,
Pradesh
well-
Chief
Kartik
Minister's
Chidambaram's
affidavit,
entry also should be
163 crore.
investigated.
Well, I'm going to try and
Do
connect
you
to
know,
Nikunj
do you
Kar.
know how many 100 crores so many BJP candidates in Karnataka declared last
You
assembly
examine
election?
that. You examine
There
that.
was
Who is
one
preventing
candidate
you?
declaring
You
1,029
examine
crore.
it. Even Shiv Kumar's diary, AICC comes often and
1,029
down.
crore. Income tax
AICC,
department,
wherever
sir.
it goes to
Who has
AICC
to?
comes.
State government can't.
How does
inquire.
AICC come?
Ashutosh wants to come in. One second, gentlemen. Ashutosh wants to come in. 1 minute, please. Ashutosh. Ashutosh wants to come in. 1 second. Ashutosh wants to come in.
See, Rahul.
Family comes.
Rahul,
Let
I
Ashutosh-
don't think it is
Let
fair
Ashutosh
to.
make his
I
point,
don't
yes.
think it is fair to cast an aspersion on somebody. See, I don't think it is fair to cast an aspersion on somebody who has declared its money.
Absolutely.
See, whether it is the BJP or the Congress or
Absolutely.
anybody, somebody who is declaring
Everyone welcomes
it's
that.
in
Why
an
do you want
affidavit.
inquiry? Then you
Let's
don't
not
discuss
let's not
Kamal
cast
Nath
aspersion on
and
somebody.
his,
It is not
those-
only the Nakul
Don't
Nath.
generalize
There are
it.
n number of
So much
candidates
to those,
who
sir.
contesting elections. They have huge amount of money.
Absolutely.
Somebody can earn honestly. So let's not just think that somebody is a.
I think
because
no
somebody
one
has got a
is-
good
no one
amount
is
of
making
money,
that
so
link,
he's
sir. No
corrupt
one is
or he's
making
a
that
thief or
link.
He's a takat.
One question.
You're going off on a tangent which we are not on.
I'm
One
just-
minute. We were
I'm
only bringing this
responding
in.
to Raj Gopalan.
As an angle.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, Rahul, I'm just responding to Raj Gopalan.
Okay, Mr. Rajagopalan, you stand corrected, sir. Please, the man is making a declaration. He made it to the public. You can now. That's not the issue. Let's not.
Let me highlight the issue.
I
Yes.
agree with Ashutosh.
Yes. What is the issue in one sentence?
Whatever is there, it should be
Okay.
black and white.
Okay, sir.
Let
One
there be
minute. 1 minute.
investigation.
Mr. Rajagopalan, 1 second. Yes. What is the issue? What is the issue?
Ashutosh ji, you please
What is the
answer.
issue?
Yeah, Ashutosh ji, please answer this issue that when Rahul Gandhi is going around calling chor to Prime Minister and money is being found at the aides of Kamal Nath, does his charge against the Chowkidar get substantiated? Doesn't he lose a large part of his image? That Chowkidar is
Credibility.
not the chor, it is the chor that is running away from the Chowkidar.
Okay. Okay, Ashutosh ji. Respond. Very
Sir,
quickly
no
and we need to
panel is
move on.
serious.
Okay,
Sajad-
1 minute. 1 minute.
Sajad-
Sir, let him respond. No, please.
They are not
Sajad-
seriously discussing.
Sir, let
the
him
loss
respond.
of Kamal Nath.
Let him respond. Let him respond. So let him-
Sajad, and I have heard n number of time BJP spokesperson calling names to Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is calling name to the Prime Minister. That has become a rule in this country about the political debate.
Okay.
Let's not get into it. The point is 281 crore has been found. So
Okay.
if it is accounted money, no problem. But if it is unaccounted money, for me, timing does not matter. It should be taken to the last mile, and the man concerned, if he can't prove that this is truthful money, he should be behind the
Ashutosh
bar.
also
There
said
is no
so.
doubt on that issue.
All poor
Let's
citizens'
who is
money.
calling I'm not interested into that.
Okay. Not interested. Yes, very quickly, Mr.
You know,
Bhatia.
it's
Wrap
about
it up.
the
I need to move on.
hypocrisy. It's about the hypocrisy of the opposition parties that on Rafale, without an iota of evidence, they were making such serious charges on the honest Prime Minister of the country when Supreme Court gave a verdict that the agreement is in the interest of the country. On the other hand,
Supreme Court has
even
not-
I will use the term prima facie, there is unaccounted
Sir,
cash,
tomorrow
but
don't
public
lie.
figures like the Gandhi Parivar and
Don't
Kamal
lie.
Nath, they owe it to the nation to come out for
Bhatia,
the
don't
sake
lie.
of probity and answer
They've
these
come
tough
out,
questions.
they've said that this is vendetta.
Who's-
They've
Hold
come
on.
out. Kamal Nath
So,
has come
okay,
out. We
tell me
played this
that.
soundbite.
So
This is
my
vendetta. He says
first
it's a vendetta.
question was
Your
that-
timing.
Rahul, that is not a proper reply for the reason.
Not a
in-
proper reply.
See,
Not-
National
not
Heritage
for you.
case,
You're
just a
lying,
second.
Mr.
National Heritage
Bhatia.
case, Augusta Westland, any of the cases has
you're-
the charge or the name of Gandhi
You're
Parivar,
having-
has
you're
the
having
court
a problem
interfered?
with the
They haven't.
facts.
Rather, they have been facing trials in the
You
National
are
Heritage case.
Sure, but this matter. 1 minute.
Taking bail.
I need to
Budget-
move on.
budget
I need to
case
move
of
on,
the-
viewers.
just
I
one
need
more
to move
thing
on,
for the
please. I need
viewers.
to move on.
You
No.
know, just one more thing for the viewers.
The point is-
Bhajanlal case, the Constitution bench
Look,
of the Supreme
look,
Court
look,
has
look,
held
look, look,
that
look.
it is a ground for quashing
Fair
of
enough,
the
fair
FIR and
enough,
charge
sir.
sheet if there is political
Fair enough,
vendetta.
fair enough. I just want to make one point.
No, no,
The IT department is putting the proof where its mouth is,
I
viewers.
can't
Supreme
hear
Court
you.
has entertained the review petition.
Yes.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, we are coming
No,
up to
no,
that.
and-
One
and
minute, please.
then you are wrong
Gentlemen,
again.
please.
You know the judgment
Relax.
of the Supreme Court stands till it is set aside in the
One
review.
second, one
Please
second,
know
one
the law
second.
before you talk the law.
We'll come to that story. It's lined
No,
up.
the review
I'm coming to
petition
that
is still
story. Let's
there.
not get diverted.
Review
I want to wrap
petition is
this
still
up and
there.
I want to tell the viewers out there who are watching this broadcast. Look, viewers, at the end of the day, cash was recovered. Of that, we don't need any evidence because it's visually present. You saw the wads of notes that were recovered, suitcases full of money. 281 crores. Nizam Bhai will show you those pictures as I wrap out of this particular debate. 281 crores. Look at that cash. I've never seen so much money in my life. Look at the way it's strewn across the floor of that room. So there's a lot of money. The point is, the IT department says that we got a tip off, we raid it. We are not looking exactly at the poll schedule to time our raids. For us, it's dirty money that we got a whiff of and we went in there like hounds. The important thing now will be to see if they can substantiate their case in a court of law. First, they will need to file an FIR, a charge sheet. The trial has to begin, and then they have to begin to basically connect all the dots. If they can do it, good luck to them, and we will have accountability. And the Congress will have serious egg on its face. So that's the real test. The IT department says, don't suspect us. We have the proof. We put out a log. Now it's up to the courts to accept that proof and the trial to begin. We move on because